Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. And in my lap, I have a little hamster, and I feel so bad about this now. More and more, I feel bad when I wake them up or affect them in any way that's outside of their own lives and what they want. I feel bad because I woke him up and reached into his cage, and he's awake now. I don't want him to feel that his nest is unsafe and thus abandon his nest, because that would be bad. I want him to feel that his safe place is a safe place, but waking him up like that does not show him that it's a safe place. So hopefully he's going into his nest and he's going to be okay. I'm glad you saw him. I just feel bad that I woke him up, and hopefully he's going to be okay. And I mean, he's going to be okay. I just don't want him to abandon his nest in his corner. He's happy with his nest right there. So, yes, I'm the kind of person that cares so much about everything that I worry about whether or not my hamster is going to move his house from one side of the cage to the other, because if it's my fault, that's wrong. So, yeah, I'm that kind of person. With cats, I don't like to bother cats if they're asleep. So, you know, if it's lying on top of you and you have to go to the bathroom, you got to wait till it wakes up. And that sort of thing. I don't look at other creatures and such as just extensions and things I own. They're their own beings. So, thumbs up on that. So saying, I'm very sad this morning. Yesterday, a little bit around 2 o'clock-ish, it's kind of hard to judge the time because I kept falling asleep right around that time. And so I'm not sure about what the whole time is. I meant to do a reaction yesterday, but I woke up at 2:30 fully. So I was like, holy smokes. And as it was, I barely got a game video up and posted yesterday. I have another video ready to go online, but I just didn't... It wasn't ready in time yesterday, so going up today. But it was around 2 o'clock yesterday, and she ran over, jumped out the window. Before she got out the window, she turned and she looked back at me, and then jumped out the window. I haven't seen her since then. So in like 6 hours, 4 hours? No, 6. About 6 hours now. She'll have been gone for 24 hours, and I have no idea where she is. She's done this before, so where she just vanishes. And so I don't know. She may be alive, she may be dead. I won't know until she comes back, if she comes back. So hopefully she does. I mean, I don't imagine she's running away. If she ever doesn't come back, it's not because she doesn't want me or the house or food or anything like that. It'll be because she's been damaged badly by a raccoon or hit by a car or taken someplace by somebody. It won't have been just her choice to not come back. So, hopefully it's all going to be okay. I just feel sad. I want my kitty back, so life is life. We have always had pets. I say we because talking about my wife as well during that time when we were married. I mean, I've had cats my whole life. We've had cats and dogs through my family growing up. We had like small poodles and stuff like that, and then we've just had cats as well. So I've just always had a cat. And then the only times I haven't is like when I was in the Air Force, and even at that, it's when I moved out, No, I couldn't take a cat with me, so for a while I didn't, but as soon as I could, again, I did. So various short periods of time, I haven't had any cats, but they've been very short periods of time. And then when I got married, we still had cats because my wife had cats and I had cats, so we had cats. But with everything going on, 2 of our poor cats, their ends were very bad. There was 2 brothers, Ben and Jerry. And unfortunately, they bonded with my wife very hard, and she went to the hospital at first for her heart surgery, and she never came back. And that just destroyed the 2 cats. Their heads were just boom. They couldn't take it anymore. One of the cats lost his mind so completely that if I couldn't take care of him because I was trying to take care of my wife, but he was getting up on the roof where he couldn't get back down again. So I had to try and take him to the humane society where they could take care of him, because he was like getting up on the roof and then starving. And then I get him down and he'd eat and he'd drink and then burp back up again. So I tried to take him in, but the minute I opened up the door, when I got to where I was, he scrabbled out of my grasp, was out into the forest, and then he was gone. And then the other cat, unfortunately, he became a wild feral cat that just hung around the house after I and my wife were gone, and it was just a bad end for those poor little things. I feel terrible about that, but it's past and gone. I mean, there's nothing I can do. But we had two dogs, two Papillons. They're the butterfly dogs. They're generally smaller dogs. They're kind of like toy dogs, but if you get the non-grade show dog of Papillon, they're the ones that are bigger or have the off colors. They're still Papillons. They're just not classic purebred Papillons. But they've got the big, they're called Papillon butterfly. Papillon is like French for butterfly. But it's their ears. They go boing, and they've got pointy ears up here, and the way they dangle down below, and with a cut in on the side, it looks like butterflies. So they're called Papillons, butterfly dogs. And then there's actually a breed of dog where their ear doesn't go straight up, it bends like this. And I can't remember what the breed name is, but it translates to, instead of Papillon for butterfly, it's moth. They're moths because their wings don't extend and open fully. So it's like, that was a cool bit of naming there. So we had those, but on the day my wife went fully into I say coma, but when you're in your end stage, if you're just drifting off, your personality, your mind dies before your body does. So on the 16th was the last time she was alive as a person. She reacted to outside stuff. Past that, it was just her body. But on that day, when that happened, I wasn't going to be able to take care of our dogs, so I called up Animal Rescue, and they came and they took our dogs. I just was not going to be able to take care of them. So at least I knew they were taken care of, and that is a very good thing. And one of our dogs was already kind of a rescue, because we tried to get a dog for our oldest, who's now living in Montana, but we got him another Papillon just like we had, and it was a stupid dog. Unfortunately, it had like kennel cough when younger, and it had suffered abuse, so it was not right. And so it wasn't a really wonderful dog, and so he wasn't thrilled with it, and in the end I hated it, it hated everybody, and it was just, life is life. Still good dogs though. Papillons are wonderful dogs. I mean, you can't help if one dog just has something wrong with it because of life. You know, you can't blame a breed of dog for one dog. And it was still a fine dog, it's just intensely stupid. I had to pull the carpeting out of the hallway because the dog just wouldn't say it wanted to go outside to go to the bathroom. It would go into the hallway and pee, and just destroyed the carpet. And I couldn't keep it out no matter what. It would find a way to get over like this gate that I put there so we could pee in the hallway. And it was just... So it was joyous. Hated that dog. Life is life though. Oh shucks, my sincere apologies. I just realized I didn't change that. I have tried to think of ways to make my brain work better for like my vlogging here, because back when I would wake up around 4:30, 5 o'clock from pain, I would start recording at 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30. And so my brain had a lot of time to wake up. And now I'm waking up much later, like 6:30, sometimes closer to 7. So if I start recording at 7 o'clock or 7:30, my brain really has not had a chance to wake up. So what I'm trying and started doing today is, instead of having a set time that I'm going to start recording, it's just a set time when I'm going to start recording. And what I mean by that is, instead of going, gosh, it's 7:30, I need to start recording, it's, gosh, it's been an hour and a half since I woke up. Time to start recording. And so that's what I'm attempting today. I started recording at 8 o'clock, approximately. And now it is 8:14 a.m. So of course it's going to be after 9 o'clock and when this thing goes live. Life is life. As long as it goes live at all, we're good. I mean, yeah, I got really, really pissed that one day that it was close to noon before it went live. But that was because just things had been working well, and then suddenly, wham, the internet went down. And yeah, that pissed me off. So it was an unexpected thing. And I'm human. I am no saint. Never forget that. I'm just as filled with blind spots. And never forget the Dunning-Kruger effect. Yes, it mainly talks about like how people are, stupid people don't see, and so they say stupid, but it applies to everybody because we all have our blind spots. We all have blind spots. I got glaring blind spots. But the thing about blind spots is you can't see them because it's your blind spot. So you can be a rational, fully thinking and logical human being, and then because you wander into your blind spot area where you can't tell because it's a blind spot, and suddenly the stuff you're spouting and believing is like stuff that's been debunked since medieval times. And it sounds perfectly rational to you, but everyone else is like, oh good Lord, not this again. Please, just not this again. We all have our blind spots. I know I do. I know I do. I'm human. I'm intensely human. Life is life, though. Oh, I only say intensely human in that we're heir to making mistakes and things fall apart, and even at the best of times we end up slipping and falling flat on our faces. So to be human is to be human. It's a good thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we're pratfall prone. We're prone to saying things like, why, that would never happen in a million years, and then turning around and then whap, it happens to us right on stage in front of everybody. So we're prone to that. No matter how smart you are, you're going to say something that you think is profound, and you're going to sound so smug while you say it, and then reality is just going to slap you in the face with a big wet fish 2 seconds later and make you regret you even flapped your gums. But it's part of being human. Good Lord, I mean, hokey smokes. I try my best to limit my idiocies to things that aren't going to hurt other people too much. So, thumbs up for that. Oh, just as a real quick aside, I thought that Gillette ad was really, really good. Toxic masculinity is bad. Real masculinity is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a man. That being a man is a thing, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's good. Toxic masculinity is that same sort of thing that's going on now, where the people are saying, I didn't even read this report, but I know it's an assault on... No, it's not. In fact, it's trying to help people like you. It's essentially saying there are issues and problems with being a man, and we need to deal with these, and it can be bad to be a man. Let us help, so that it doesn't have to continue any chains of abuse. If you're the kind of person who you got whipped as a kid with a belt and you turned out okay, that's why you whip your kid with a belt. That's the kind of chain we're trying to break. because you're not okay. You shouldn't have been whipped with a belt. And continuing the chain of violence and whipping your own kid is the kind of toxic masculinity we're trying to break. Nothing wrong with being a man. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. It's toxic masculinity that hurts you and others that is an issue. And all these people that are flipping out over something that they haven't even read, will not read, but they know. Anyway, though, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people, he said, at a 90-degree angle with no warning. So I hope you were wearing your seatbelts. You might have smacked your head on the door frame. My sincere apologies. Even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand, I get lost, so my apologies. I've got fibro and depression. I'm lucky I can remember my own name sometimes. And if my name ain't Rutherford P. Kubert, I'm in trouble, aren't I? Now, I am not reading the comments, I'm just thanking people for having left me a comment. So good comment, bad comment, and indifferent comment, the fact is you left me a comment, so thank you so very much. And if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, we're just not good at that sort of thing. Thank you all so very much. Now, let me call my Chrome. We have Manuel Suarez, thank you so very, very much, and Thang Tran, greatly appreciated. Dreadzone, the blogger, greatly appreciated. Family 136, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you. Zitachi, greatly appreciated. Daniel, thumbs up and thank you. Melanie Thompson, greatly appreciated. And Ari Hernandez, thumbs up and thank you. Prince Doug, greatly appreciated. I want to die all the time, I'm sorry. I hope that's just ironic, but thank you very, very much. And Squeak Tate, greatly appreciated. Gin, oh my god, a terrible drink, in my opinion. But that's only because I got a horrible hangover once from it and can't drink gin. Katie Foster, thumbs up and thank you. And Pandora NYC1, thank you very, very much. Aries with 3 exclamation points. Gabby, thank you very, very much. And JDM, thank you very, very much. And you're right, good thing the actual code from the gift card was on the back and covered up with a sticker. Woo! Because I wasn't even thinking. Oh, I was pretty dumb. And Clorox Bleach, thank you very, very much. DB, thank you very, very much. A Good Boy, thumbs up and thank you. Lotero, oh, I know we're close, but thank you. Ferrer, and then MARZ, thank you very, very much. Wyatt Heck, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Lex in Steam. Thumbs up and thank you. Each and every one of you, greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. And when you're depressed, that's what you need. Thumbs up. Very good thing. Greatly appreciated. Hokey Smoke, 17 minutes and 54 seconds. If you can check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com, and I have nearly written on it. Getting closer every day. Oh, I fell asleep so much yesterday, and then when I was done, I kept running so hard just to stay 10 feet behind. So my sincere apologies. But if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be, yes, indeed, beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not want to, but if you were done with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until literal end of time. One of the biggest things that has helped me so much and has been eating up a lot of the donations that I got over in the last couple months has been, I've usually been at like minus 450 in my checking account each and every month. So when my disability shows up, there's that huge chunk eaten up out of it. Everybody, because of your donations, I have been at 0 or slightly less than 0 instead of minus 450. That has helped so much. Thank you all so very, very much. When I go to like minus 50 or minus 100, that is so much better than the minus 450 than I have been in the past. Thank you all so very, very much. Oh, hokey smokes. Hopefully I'm going to have a reaction video, hopefully a game video today, so you take care. Have a great, I've forgotten how to do all this. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and etc., etc. I got all flustered. My sincere apologies.